Going back, it jammed up on me. Here, let's see. We were talking about the smashing of the light. Any man without the love of the Father is just standing in smashwood on his own raft afloat. Each man for himself, floating, just floating, smashing with it who defileth.
Just becoming, coming into teens, he's telling you, God damn it, I don't belong to you.
Right. Going back to the, calling out of hypocrisy. Who knew that a child will just call out hypocrisy? All because did not have the Father who showeth the love everlasting, the love of the Creator who had bringeth forth into living what you see, because we are in, you guessed it, the Creator's image. Wow, who knew? No, it's my image and what I see, and what I see is what then I say is truth. Yes, that's what it is. Yes, yes. I have to believe what the book, the little spells say on the book, and then that's what it is. Yay! And who knew that there have been written words that speaketh of the word of the Creator, of the Father, the love of the Father. Yet you not need it fully. I mean, who knew that you can come to see the love and feel the love of the Father, know the love of the Father and the truth without ever have heard the so-called written word of some God that you hate so much and say does not exist, because that's what you're bashed into. But no, the Creator, the love of the Father, life everlasting. What are you living, if not just the fleshly belief and the relentless worship of light? Or do you know the certainty of the true promise of life everlasting? And you must stand in, seek refuge in the truth, admit that the ways and wisdom of man are folly, and only misguide you and take you down the path to the abyss. Together in it, they are master planning the sorcery of the deception of rising above the ashes that you relentlessly believe you will become, but somehow you rise above. And you bring it to the present and say, yes, I am the relentless phoenix, just a thunder, I have the fire inside. No, you have trawling inside. You're vacant, you're scraping at the flesh, you're consuming yourself relentlessly. For what purpose? Who knows, but you're doing it. And you're giving it meaning and purpose. And yes, I love doing these things. Yes, 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 I love defilement. Yes, the relentless friction and the relentless challenge. And oh, yes, the overcoming of just bringing boots to the ground and the relentless grassroots. Just relentless boot camp.
That's all he's trying to tell you, which you're not able to digest.
So you don't own
Another
me. That's what the child's saying, right? So you don't own me. So then you're going to tell him, that's right. I don't own you. You're your own master. What shame.
life does not belong to you. If another life has chosen to be with you, please cherish that.
Oh, please cherish that. Yes, because life has chosen to be with you, right? Wow. It wasn't that you put a seed inside a woman and the woman bring it to life. No, it wasn't that. It's there was a choice of that life chose you and that time and ooh, and now you must nurture that life. because it's just embodied in that one little child. No, it's relentless. But yes, you're here to instruct, guide that child in truth. And who knew that was the way of the life everlasting? But no, every parent's gonna just choose whatever they want to bash and have the child do whatever bash they want to do and bash, 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 bash. And in the minute that child does that, no, they're bashed and bash, bash, bash. And just, yes, conscious, present parenting. But all the while you're just teaching them the values of relentless authority and bowing down to the worship of light of doing thy will. Do as thou wilt, do as thou wilt, as wilt, but tolerate. Yes, tolerate others. And even if they are doing bash, no, it's okay. It's just they don't understand. But don't do anything. Just call and just maybe yell at them and say and speak your own truth. Yes, darling, speak your own truth because at least you stood up to that bully. But no, there is no such thing as a bully. It's a relentless swarm. The relentless swarm that defileth even the so-called adult that think he's so mature and sophisticated. No, defiled, bashed, scraped against the pavement relentlessly, and then said, "Oh, what happened to me? Oh, I'm so unfulfilled." Bashed and smashed, just defiled relentlessly, passed around and tossed around just for pleasure, and you take some pleasure in it. And who guessed that? Who guessed you would burn out with the relentless fire that you thought you had within? Wow, what a bash!
It's a tremendous thing.
It's a tremendous thing. Wow, who knew that what everyone it was a child is a child in a sense, yes. And you have who knew that the wisdom of the world is just the filage, and who knew that the most precious thing is the mind of a child? Who knew? And who knew that that was the relentless target, day in day out? Who knew? And just because you, oh, my child will just have so much influence on my child, so yes, just respect that and please respect it. He's asking you, please respect it. Yes, please respect it. The choice of life chose to be with you. Please respect it. Oh no, life bringeth forth life relentlessly. Does not require your judgment or this or no. The only judgment is the judgment of the Father. In His image, we're in His image. Wow, who knew? It's not your image, and that you're here smashing and just relatively gonna be smashed over here and over there, and just who knows? It's the same smash, 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 smash. Oh, who knew? Bash.
Whether it's your husband or your wife or your children, they don't belong to you. You don't own them in any sense. If you don't get it, you will understand when you die
Oh,
or they
right.
die.
If you don't understand, you understand when you die, because I've died multiple times, right? That's what he's saying. And so, what is he saying? You don't own anything, right? But somehow you own and you control everything, right? You own your bash brain and your third eye, right? So what is it? Do you own it, or is it just using you and defiling you? And oh, I'm just the flesh, and I'm just here like the little fat Buddha, just swelling and swelling. What is going on? If you what is it to own? Nothing. Exactly. So what is it to live? Everything. Life everlasting, meaning in truth, the way and the life. But it's just fractals and multiple shattered ways of points of rays of rainbows for this person. And you don't own anyone, and you'll understand when you die. But you don't own anyone, right? He's just saying, just live and let live type deal. Just respect and this and that, just to file. Yes, yes. It's amazing. And who knew that it would just bring us to this bash further and further? Right. No, no, no. It's just do as thou wilt. Respect others as well. Even though they're probably just bashing and smashing and being dashed and smashed on as I am. Hmm. But I have some sort of brain ape that just I feel so good about it now. And I'm so wise in the ways of the world. I'm so wise in the ways of the world.
Die. They don't belong to you. Another life has chosen to come through you or be with you Cherish that. Why?
No, another life. No, the life is the life, relentlessly bringing forth day in, day out. Wow, who knew? Life everlasting, but you see it as some marble just flowing around. Gaia, oh Gaia, the organism, oh. And we're searching relentlessly for other Gaias out there. Just guys. We're looking for guys, guys and guys and guys. Points of light, just smashing. Just abyss. It's the mentality of the abyss. So it's only a brain dead retard, to use his own words earlier, that really sees that and actually sees that as something to be ambitious and just relentlessly, strive for, and relentlessly try to better yourself from the bash ape you are into some better bash ape. Wow.
Value that. Don't think you're the owner of this life. You're not. So if you believe that you're the owner of your life, a teenager is beginning to make his own statements, well, you don't goddamn own me. He's just telling you that, that's all, in his own language.
Oh yeah, that's all. That's all he's saying. He's saying you're not the owner of me. What bash? What wordsmithing? What wordsmithing? Because really, the worship of light means ownership of the flesh, just basking in it, just defiling it to the fullest. It's just it's all about self validation, self worth through the flesh. So what are you saying? What is this saying about, oh, you don't own anything? The only thing that a father is here to show is the truth. Be the beacon of truth, of the life, the way. And the love of the Father. Anything outside of that is bash and smash. Yes, you have to see yourself as, oh, I don't own you and you don't own me, and we're just, yup, you're your own little master, and don't worry, there's other masters, but don't worry about that. You can serve your masterhoodship and then this other mastership there and serve two masters. Yes, you can. Yes, yes. It's glorious. It's amazing. Serving two masters is the future. The two pillars and you fuse them into one. What smash? No. The truth is undeniable. The truth is undefeated, and it cuts deeper and sharper than any fleshly sword. So what do you see? Of course, you see your own image. Yes, you love it. You worship it. You worship yourself, and that's why you have all this relentless false love to give yourself and boast in it and say you have to give to your children. But all you're really doing is teaching your children false love based on reward and how well you can come to, um, appreciate yourself and value yourself, and doing the right thing. Wow, the right thing? What is the right thing? Exactly, it's all bash relativism to you. Because what's right could be right here and right there and right different to that person, this person, and that, and that you believe everybody's just guided with the same bash morality that you have, and oh, nobody could ever do that, and anybody that does is like, oh, they have mental issues, and oh no, we should just get help to the children. No, smashed. Parents bringing forth bash children. But no, it's just, it's just conditioning by the some chemicals or the vaccines, or cry victimhood. No, it's bash, bash, a bashing, bash, just relentless bashing, all because the denial and the rejection of the Father and of the life everlasting that you relentlessly pursue in aliens and ancient aliens and lost civilizations upon lost civilizations, and smashed. All pursuing some nirvana dream of dragons. Because you love it. Because it's what you do, actually. You're your own little sorcerer in your own little image, just smashing and just choosing which image you like best, and then moving forward that those actions, whatever it takes to do, just working your ass off to smash at the carving out the image that you're relentlessly blasting in your brain, your bash brain ape, and to just becoming somehow. But no, it's the false promise because you never reach it, and you're always half full, half empty, half full, smashed. It doesn't even matter. And when you think you're overpouring, it's just thrill and lust and excitement, all because you are relentlessly dishing out and receiving false love, and who knew you're just like a used up crack skank, okay, and you're just living off the scrapes, and the more you can get in this supposed image that you can supposedly rise above, and then be boasting yourself into pushing onto others or whatever it is, then you see how that as success. And if the world loves you back, meaning other bashed images loving you back, wow, it's so amazing, right? No, bashed. You're not here to be supposedly loved by your child by the false love. No, a child is born loving, and if the parent is void of love, wow, that love is relentlessly drained from the child and is defiled, consumed. Also, that they can create themselves in that little mini version, so to speak, of themselves, and just relentlessly smashed. Dependency condition and here and this and that and this and that, all because confusion of the split bash half ape parent, because that's what they believe. And who knew what you have bashed into ritual, meaning yes, your ordinance, your ritualistic bash brain, and also the bash behavior that results of that. That's what it is. It ultimately comes down to what you worship, because ultimately the man is here to worship. So what does the worship? What is the worship of man if not his creator? Anything that is not worship of the Father and the relentless love that has bringeth life to fruition, and the certainty of the truth that is relentless, as is the life. For it is the true promise, and not the false promise of some bash fleshly life that somehow fulfills. No, life is full, and guess what? You are life. No, somehow you're not ready yet. You're not quite there yet. You're just working at it. You're just relentlessly working at your life, relentlessly working at it. It's a spiritual battle. So what are you relentlessly working if not just rearranging your furniture relentlessly and over, Groundhog Day, Groundhog Day, Groundhog Day? No. What do you see? Do you know your place? Do you speaketh under the refuge of truth? Do you speaketh with the truth? Do you speaketh according to some bash man's vision of what should be done or what should have been done, or these are the things that we should do to make things better? Smashed. Smashed. No man can save himself. Therefore, repent. Your ways are folly. Know the certainty of life. Know the certainty of everlasting life. You were given the breath of life. This person, oh yeah, you were chosen. That life chose to be with you. No, life relentlessly gives. The choice is yours. Do you see it, or do you create your own bash choices and just relentlessly stumble and carve your heart out while doing it and saying, "Oh, I did my best. I did it my way." Stumble, smashed, dust. And then apparently you'll see, what it is to not own somebody. Wow. Wow.
Yes or no? They're just telling you, you don't own me. But do they don't… as another human being, you think they don't want to be included? They definitely want to be included. So,
No, they don't want to be included. What are you talking about? You're talking as if the child is just feels himself relentlessly alone. If the father, if the child feels alone, that means it's because the father is void of love. Nothing. There's nothing there. There's nothing. It's just some flesh that it's talking and speaking and you know just fracturing the child. And then the child will then seek to be included with the reward of the child is learning false love, false love, false love. So why wouldn't the child then seek to be included, to be seen by the father relentlessly, to be included? Wow, no, it couldn't be, right? No, it couldn't be. It's just it's just the nature of a child. They just want to be included. Why would a child ever want to be included? Does a child not know but belonging, their place within the holy union of the bond of the parents together as one flesh? Relentlessly being a beacon of love and life against the light that smashes and deceiveth and shapeshifts all around. Because it's in the concordance of the worship of light and those who manipulate it and manipulate themselves and abuse themselves. Come on, it's right there. But no, you want to see this. You want to see the wordsmithing of some pirate captain who's just plundering and taking everything of value and just inverting it somehow with the alchemy. Oh, he's such an alchemist. Oh, yes, man's wisdom. Oh. But of course, man's wisdom, maybe according to his light worshipping gurus and all this stuff, that say, oh, there's multiple rays of light, multiple ways of life, and there's multiple things to do, and multiple things to be, and yes, 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 be all you can be. Wow, smashed. What is going on? Of course, a child is raised by the parent. According to what, though? And then that child goes on. And yes, as a parent who knew that a child grows and then will start their own life, their own family, their own place in life everlasting, or their own place in the ways of the world and smash and dash and be dashed on. And the cycle continues. It's Groundhog Day over and over and over, relentlessly, crimson and clover, over and over. The blood is spilled relentlessly and drank. It's relentlessly spilled and drank. So what is going on? What is the life that bringeth forth relentlessly? Oh, it's Gaia. Smashed. What is Gaia if not some source of some light bash? Hmm. But no, there was nothing before the light. No, nothing, nothing. Who knows? There was nothing and everything and something and nothing. In and out, relentlessly quantum, in and out, photons, dark energy, smashed, quad, sweat, strict theory, all. Macro, micro, macro, micro, macro, spin, in and out. Oh, yes. Oh, so good. You're in and out. Yeah, yeah, appearing. Oh, it's all a digital simulation. Right. It's the wet dream. It's the wet dream of AI. Yay! Wet dreams. Exactly. Just smashed, defiled on. The complete just smash hood from, you guessed it, all to just take the take this vision you have, the sight you have, and taking it and just filing it, just smashing it into smithereens, so as to accept whatever it is that you feel, because you're blind at this point. So it's just all about feeling. And the image that you might see, well, it could be this, it could be that, it could be this, it could be everything and nothing, and this and that. Mm. Just complete smash hood. Complete smashed, bro.
teenage means there are many things. Because one thing is your intelligence is being hijacked by your hormones. So certain things are
He
happening.
called them toxic
Suddenly
before.
the world doesn't look the same. Some scrawny little girl in your neck.
Could it be that, wow, when those hormones are kicking in, perhaps, yeah, they do have an effect, but who knew that depending how a vessel is being, you know, crystallized, so to speak, or, you know, function, grown into, dictates whatever it experiences next into the relentless moment, the proverbial moment, the ever happening life, the relentless love of the Father. What is going on?
Neighborhood who you were… had nothing to do with, suddenly there are little bumps on a body and you're…
Oh, the bumps on the body. Oh, so the hormones. So yes, what's going on? Hormones cause pimples. What? Oh, hormones, pimples. Somehow, of course, there's all these products and face washes and yes, relentless makeup. What is going on? What is going on? Why are children boiling and popping up whenever it is that their hormones kick in? Why are they boiling at the face and just popping, just smashing? What is that? Oh no, it just happens to everyone. Everyone has it. It's called acne and back knee and chest knee, and knee and heel knee and all this just relentless, just popping, just volcanoes everywhere. It happens. Yeah. Well, then why just make it a teenager and when the hormones kick in, right? Come on, what's going on? Just image upon image of what you're supposed to just interpret. And what are hormones, right? Or I mean, you have it. Their blood, their groin, undergroin, filling. I mean, they're just it's just almost this relentless, just living, breathing, flow, beat, or harmony. Okay, the rhythm, the ritual. What is the ritual? You're gonna say, oh, it's the light, it's smash, yeah, yeah. No, it's the true promise. And who know you were spoken. The light was spoken into being. And there's the word of the Father, and then there's the word of the light. Do not be split.
Chemistry is poisoned. You look at her, suddenly it's a new world. The whole world is looking different. What was just people are suddenly becoming male and female. It's not a small…
Oh, male, they suddenly become male and female. Ho, hee hee ho. No, smashed. As a child, you know what it is that a father is, and you know what a mother is. Who knew? And whether you perceive yourself to be one of them or not, or whatever, you know. You know. And who knew that you can see what you are by looking down and seeing, I'm this? Because you see it. Or you don't. And you don't even, it doesn't even bash into your image. It's just, you're a child. But you know what your father is and you know what your mother is. You know. And you know that the love that they embody. And you see it. You see how the ritual he lives. And you see the ritual your mother lives. And who knew a child knows when that's defilement? And the child is, Mom, Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the parents are like, oh yeah, we have to deal with it. Nobody ever taught us how to do this. Oh, we just have to deal with it. Why do you have to deal with it if not just embody it, live it, bring it forth as life bringeth you forth? But no, you resent life. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, you have to work it. It's a spiritual battle. not about your portfolio, how many experiences you can boast and fill and do, and just, oh, and you use this and that, this skill, this and study that. Smashed. It's just to partake in bashhood, and you love it because you're waving little wands left and right. And who knew? Who knew that you could push paper that says that certain things to other certain things, and then those things respond and say paper, 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 and more just nonsense meeting, and an agreement, and just okay, it's backstabbing this, okay, okay, this, now okay, to try new things, new strategies. This is all about bashhood, all about trying to steer an image of what it is that we are and what we're supposed to be doing somehow, or what we're doing wrong, or somehow just bash based on what, based on some bash morality that people say we got from bash apes that just smashed and smashed until we came along somehow. Then we came along, and then having smashing sense and smash, 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 smash. But somehow we're at peace, and there's some war, but relative war. But it's somehow okay because there's all these progressive things happening. But progressive defilement is what's going on, and progressive just slingshot into some harness that you're relentlessly getting defiled in, and relentlessly tossed around, spun around, and shared and given to the next highest bidder. Okay, all, and you think that's, oh, you're rising up and you're just so self-made and self-accomplished, and wow, people love you, and just it's rewardless. Exactly, it's rewardless because it's worthless. Because the minute that's gone, wow, turn on you on a dime, wow, smashed. What happened to the love of the what is love? It's just what am I? Oh, it's smashed. Oh, I'll just relax, sit down, get hormones, and become like myself again. But smashed. Sustaining a false ritual in your own image is a source of all suffering. There's only one ritual, the ritual of everlasting life. So what do you see? And what is your ritual? What is it you live? Do you live your own life, or do you live life everlasting? Do you live to live, C2C, the truth, and seek just just humble yourself under it and take refuge under it, within it, through you. I mean, it's relentless. Who knew that the embodiment of a man is to be that? A beacon of life, of truth, of wisdom, not his wisdom, the wisdom of the Father who showeth him with full love, unconditional love, because he knows that the child, the man, knows his place in creation, and not trying to outdo creation and create his own image and bash some glide into some machine and just blast through the sun. What is that? It sounds like some bash game that you would tell a child to play, all to bash him into light worship. Sounds like that. Yes.
Small change, you know. What were just people are suddenly becoming something else and something else. Suddenly you're interested in only half the humanity.
Right. Not anymore, because now you could be interested in 100% of the humanity because it's all fair game. It doesn't matter what you, just as long as it feels good and whatever you want, just to smash it and dash on it and be dashed on and smashed on. So yes, relentlessly do that day in, day out, because oh, you only live once, and oh, you're only young once, and oh, enjoy that flesh and pound it, and pound again, and pound, 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 and pound it again. And guess what? It's worth it. Wow, you have just smashed the living life relentlessly out of you, all in boasting your chest and huffing and puffing. Now you're traumatized. Now you're just falsely just living. It's a shell of a life. You falling to succumb to the authority of your passion, your lust, your drive and your ambition for empowerment and supposedly love of the world and respect of the world through your bash image of somehow some rightful person. Rightful person according to who and what and where? Would this person's family say that of them as well? No, probably not. What is the meaning of family? The unit. The unit of what? The vessel of love. The vessel of what? The embodiment of, you guessed it, life everlasting. Life everlasting. Who knew?
It's a huge change. You will see boys don't even look at their mothers directly because they still can't take their eyes off the body parts. You
Right.
must understand this.
We're just bashed apes and we're just lusting for each other. Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, uh. Okay, you're only bashed into that way, okay? No child is gonna just be born lusting unless there's a lust that's transferred through the womb. And of course, you're gonna say that that's impossible? Prove it. You can't. Because everything is the influence. God hath created the light into being. He spoke light into being. And it is the word of God. Yet what has the light chosen to do with that? Smash it into 1,000 points of light. Because it's the fractal of the fractal of the fractal of the supposed original fractal, which is your self-awareness. You're far away from life to now seeing yourself in life. So now you're self-aware, and now you feel all alone. Why do you feel that? Why do you see that when life is what you are? So, what exactly? Just smash, light. 1,000 points per fractal for fractal. And now it's just a wet dream inside my brain. Wow, it's just a wet dream of fluidity and smash it, and I can just ride the mule and the rider ride the horse and the horse and giraffe and rhinoceros and the unicorn. Yes, all boasting my third eye as it grows as I just lie and chase the dragon. There's only one knowing, one certainty, life everlasting. Do you see it with the truth, or do you see Bash with your truth?
That it is new and he's like trying to come to terms with it. If you were a good friend, if they had problems…
Okay, there's every child was exposed to pornography at one point, or seeing whatever, or being introduced into the ways of lust. And who knew that certain images are provocative, shocking, traumatizing? That somehow it's because it's so hidden and just so this and that or that or this. It's a fantasy. It becomes fantastical. And yes, erotic in a sense of eroding at you, corrosive. The pleasure in corruption, because even though you see the worth in it, you might as a child you look at a photograph of some nude person and you say, wow, amazing. The amazingness of it. But then it's the way the presentation or whatever it's supposed the way it's depicted or whatever, and the way of interpretation of those of the swarm that's observing it. Of course, it smashes your the ritual of the way you're going to interpret it. And therefore, who knew that a child, grows up with other, around other boys and girls, and yeah, they're just they're children. And once the hormones kick in, whatever that is, but yes, there's an age when you see each other and you say, "Wow, we're even amazing. We're even more amazing." In the sense of, "Wow, I see more," or "I see you better. I see you. I see more of the truth." But all that, of course, is relentlessly exposed to the swarm. So while this is going, it's a relentless spiritual battle. It's a relentless spiritual battle for your soul. To relentlessly just mold it in your own image, mold you in your own image, and having you reward yourself with creating your own image and just defiling, which is relentlessly the outcome of the belief and relentless love for yourself and thyself.
If they had struggles, they would talk to you. Because most parents are lousy friends, they make other friends, and those friends give their own wacky advice, because they're also in the same state.
Yeah, just abused.
It is best if your child has a problem, they come to you, isn't it? Yes? But they will not come to you if you are a boss. They will not come to you if you have ownership over that life.
Oh, okay. Any parent is going to ultimately appear, be in the image of a boss or an authority figure, in the sense of, oh, what a nag, what a drag my parent is, in the sense because ultimately the parent is trying to make the child behave, do whatever it is the parent says, and when they say it. And the parent can justify it whichever way they want, but that's ultimately what they want. They want to create somebody that will do whatever they say, whenever they say, or how. All the while to give them false love, because who knew that that's eventually why a child sees the parent as a boss? Because why would a parent have to just want to rule over their children in a sense of just I'm your parent, I'm the boss. When the child's like, yeah, well, why? I'm the boss, right? The boss of what? Because the child sees hypocrisy. They see, oh, this person is clueless, just totally smashed. But yet they cuddle you and they give you a sense of affection. But they don't embody the love of the Father. So you're being defiled and trained in the ways of false love that will turn on you on a dime.
They will not come to you if you are that horrible father or mother. They will come to
Yeah, they will not come to you. What? They only come to you
you if you are a good friend. Because
if you're a good friend. Wow. So he's telling you, be a good friend to your child. They'll come to you. Be a good friend. Smashed, bro. Why are you supposed to be friends with your children? I mean, is the point of life to have friends? What are friends? If not just a circle jerk of bashhood circles of just, islands. Smashed. All self boasting and self loving, the smashhood. And you say, oh, those are the people that care about you. Really? Right. Wait till that moment where you might have a hard time or whatever and see. Or the spouse that ends up leaving you. Or the child that ends up telling you they hate you. Or whatever hardship it is. I mean, what pulls you through? Is it yourself and your determination? Or just life everlasting? And then you end up either what? Smashing and dashing, or you guessed it, repenting. Humble yourself. No man can save himself, but a man can stand up in truth and be a source of life, a source of truth for the children he may come to raise, to embody that love, that relentless, unconditional love, which gives life for you to see the truth and will guide you. And ultimately, for you to endure the generation of generations, and carry that forth for the generation when the truth is undeniable.
Because when they have problems, it is natural for them to seek a friend. So make sure from an early age that you are their best friend. Till they reach 18, 20, you are their best.
No, what a shame. A child does not need a best friend, it needs a father and a mother. What a shame. Be the child's best friend from a very young age. So train them in the ways of manipulations just like friendships are. And they're all based on conditional love. And a sense of, working. It takes, you show me you care and I'll show you I care and this and this and this and this. And wow, wow, wow. And while you're here for me in hard times, you mean just holding me while I cry because I've been defiled and this and this and all this and this and this, it smashed. Smash, bro.
Best friend. Make it that way, and this you have to earn. This will not drop because you
You
deliver.
don't have to earn anything. Either you embody the love of the Father and the life everlasting and the truth, or you don't. There's no in between. There's nothing outside of that. Only Bashhood, which is the swarm, legion, multiple faces, multiple names. Who knew? Who knew?
Delivered them. Because you delivered them, you get the title of mother and father. You will not get the title of a friend. This has to be earned.
Oh, mother and father. And being called a friend, it needs to be earned. Right? You mean bashed into the child so that they say, okay, fine, friend. I thanks for teaching me the ways of the world. You're such a good friend. And you've shown me the ways, and we get jokes about it, and we just speak about defilement and blah blah blah, and you show me all the tricks, and yeah, awesome. I come to you with my problems because I know you're gonna tell me how to solve them and bash even further, all because you've trained me into believing just like you. So that's why he calls it earning, but no, it's like just bash them enough, and then be from an early age to be your best friend. Train him like a friend, treat him like a friend. No, this what's bashhood is this? You're here to see them as the life everlasting. And how is it that you're relentlessly there to instruct them and show them the way of the Father, the way of the life, the love of the Father, the everlasting life? Do they see? Do they see as you see? Or do you see, or do they see as you see smashed and are just a hypocrite and just relentlessly just defiling? And of course, a child knows. Who knew?
Earned an everyday responsible behavior from you.
Oh, responsible. See, that's earned from all. You need to be a responsible behavior. Just be responsible. According to your relative morality of smashhood of 1,000 points of light into the abyss. Rocketing back and through the sun and looping back and forth and making knots to loop around some more of the Saturn and just Mars it up. Mars it up into the Mercury and just loop it around the sun again. Amazing. Just a noose around the system of the solar galaxy of the families of the multiplexes of verses. Wow. Just pottery at its best, orbiting and smashing you It's a relentless just carving it out of the earth, calling it this, and then smashing it again, and then calling it that. And wow, just who knew that that was the proverbial, false dream of living forever with the stars in the sky, with the light. What is the living? What is the living? You just see it with light, but what is the living? And you say, oh, it's just atoms. Atoms are light, and light is smashed. No, it's because you have no idea what the life is, the way, or the truth. All because you smashed into believing and creating whatever smash you want. And of course, living the bloodbath of it. The world loves them so much. He's like, oh, are we done with this? Let's get out of
I
here.
don't want to go too hard on you. We'll leave you
Oh, I
here.
don't want to go too hard here. Please, please forgive. What is it? Oh, no. Was that it? No, it couldn't be. As there is a technology to create external well being, there is a whole dimension of science and technology to create inner well being. Wow, we know so much. We could even just smash ourselves inwardly now, inwardly. Wow, it's just amazing. No, it's being smashed inwardly has been happening a long time. So it's not some science. No, it's sorcery. It's manipulation of the light, shape shifting, changing costumes and wardrobes and sceneries, and little things that you put in your pocket. Hmm. Who knew? Who knew? All the while blasting you with a sense of future that's filled with some unimaginable scenery, landscape, image. Hmm. Amazing. But of course, it's wisdom, clarity, and insight. Of course, it's the inverse of all those things. Wisdom, no, idolatry. Clarity, no, complete obscurity. 50 Shades of Bash. And insight, no, completely just left out like a sitting duck to be defiled by the swarm.